Have you ever wondered about the dark and twisted side of history? From strange disappearances to unsolved murders, these are the most mysterious crimes that still baffle the world. In today's video, we will dive into these chilling stories and explore the bizarre, eerie details of some of the most infamous unsolved cases.
The Hinterkaifeck murders. In 1922, the Hinterkaifeck murders shocked Germany. A family was killed in their home, and the killer seemed to have stayed on the farm for several days after the murders, eating the family's food and using their supplies. The bizarre circumstances of the case have led to multiple theories, but the killer was never found. The Hinterkaifeck farm was a remote, isolated property deep in the Bavarian countryside. It was located far from the nearest village, which made it even more chilling when the murders took place. On the night of March 31, 1922, the 6 members of the Gruber family were brutally murdered inside their home. The killer did not leave the scene immediately, and in a bizarre turn of events, it was reported that the killer actually stayed on the farm for days after the murders. The family's food was consumed, and the murderer used their belongings, but no one suspected the presence of the killer. Despite extensive investigations, no definitive suspects were ever named. Theories about the murders range from the involvement of a local farmhand to possible supernatural explanations. But to this day, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of the most chilling unsolved cases in Germany's history. The Zodiac Killer. One of the most infamous unsolved crimes is that of the Zodiac Killer. Operating in Northern California during the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Zodiac Killer was never caught. The killer sent cryptic letters to newspapers, taunting the police, and despite several investigations, the true identity of the killer remains a mystery to this day. The Zodiac Killer first made his appearance in 1968 when he murdered 2 teenagers near a remote area of Lake Herman Road in California. He later claimed responsibility for several more murders, but many of his crimes remain unverified. He sent cryptic messages and ciphers to newspapers, daring the police to solve them. Despite years of investigation and even new leads in recent years, the true identity of the Zodiac Killer has never been discovered. Many theories have been proposed over the years, with some suspects coming forward, but none of them have been proven to be the Zodiac. Despite the passage of time, the case remains one of the most chilling unsolved crimes in American history. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann. In 2007, 3-year-old Madeleine McCann disappeared from her family's vacation apartment in Portugal. Despite extensive media coverage and multiple theories, her whereabouts remain unknown. This case has captivated the world for years and sparked endless debates on whether Madeleine was abducted or something else occurred. Madeleine was on a family vacation with her parents in Praia da Luz, a popular resort in Portugal. On the night of May 3, 2007, Madeleine was put to bed in her room while her parents were dining at a nearby restaurant. When her parents returned, Madeleine was gone. The only clue left behind was the window, which was found ajar. To this day, her disappearance remains a mystery. Numerous theories have emerged about what happened to Madeleine, from abduction by a stranger to a tragic accident. Several suspects have been investigated over the years, but no one has been arrested or charged. The case has drawn global attention, leading to widespread media coverage and public interest. Despite the passage of time, Madeleine's case remains unsolved, and her family continues to search for answers. The mystery of her disappearance still haunts the public imagination, and many believe that the case will one day be solved. The Black Dahlia murder. The murder of Elizabeth Short, known as the Black Dahlia, remains one of the most infamous unsolved cases in Los Angeles history. In 1947, her mutilated body was found in a park, and to this day, the killer has never been identified. The case was filled with bizarre theories and even more bizarre evidence, leading to its enduring mystery. On January 15, 1947, Elizabeth Short's body was discovered in a Los Angeles park. The body was severed at the waist, and her mouth was cut from ear to ear. creating a horrific and gruesome scene. Despite a huge investigation, the identity of the killer remained a mystery, with several suspects coming forward, but none were ever confirmed. The Black Dahlia case was filled with bizarre clues, including strange phone calls, cryptic notes, and bizarre behavior from several suspects. Theories ranged from the involvement of Hollywood figures to the possibility of a deranged individual. Despite all the evidence, the killer was never found. The Black Dahlia murder remains one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries in the world, and Elizabeth Short's story continues to captivate the public imagination. Who killed the Black Dahlia? The mystery remains unsolved, even after decades of investigation. The disappearance of the Beaumont Children. In 1966, 3 children from Australia, the Beaumont Children, vanished without a trace. Despite extensive searches, no evidence was found, and their disappearance remains one of the most haunting mysteries in Australian history. The children, Jane, Arna, and Grant Beaumont, were last seen walking to the beach near their home in Adelaide, South Australia. They were supposed to meet their father, but they never arrived. The police launched a massive search operation, but despite their efforts, no trace of the children was ever found. Several theories have emerged regarding their disappearance, from the involvement of a stranger to the possibility of an accident. Some believe the children were abducted, while others speculate they may have been victims of a larger criminal operation. But despite extensive investigations, the case remains unsolved to this day. The mystery of the Beaumont Children continues to haunt the minds of many, and the case remains one of the most tragic and unexplained disappearances in Australian history. Their story is a haunting reminder of the unknown, the mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident. One of the most chilling and unsolved mysteries of all time is the Dyatlov Pass incident. In 1959, 9 experienced hikers mysteriously died in the Ural Mountains of Russia. Despite numerous investigations and theories, the true cause of their deaths remains a mystery to this day. The hikers set out on a ski trek across the Ural Mountains, but they never returned. A search team found their bodies scattered across the mountain, some of them showing signs of extreme violence. In addition, several of the hikers were found without their eyes and tongue. Theories about what happened range from a violent attack by locals to the possibility of a military experiment gone wrong. Theories also suggest that the hikers could have been the victims of an avalanche, or they may have encountered a mysterious and terrifying force in the mountains. Despite years of investigation, no definitive explanation has ever been found, and the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in history. Thank you for watching this deep dive into some of the world's most chilling unsolved mysteries. These stories continue to captivate us, fueling our curiosity about the unknown. If you enjoyed these spine-tingling tales, make sure to like and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to MysteryMind for more thrilling stories from the dark corners of the world. Join us next time as we continue to unravel the most perplexing cases and uncover hidden truths. Remember, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be solved, and here at MysteryMind, we are always on the hunt for the truth. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and keep seeking the unknown. This is MysteryMind, signing off.